What is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here, and the Scopely Hammer has finally dropped. They've finally unleashed their might, which is basically nothing, actually. So, anyways, in case you guys might have missed it, there was a blog yesterday, and yeah, basically it just says they've discovered an exploit that allowed a small number of players to gain ultra cores in a way that wasn't intended. So they always say a small number of players. I would like to know how many players, because that is very, very generic, and it doesn't really give us an idea of how many players were actually impacted. But anyways, so what they've done is they've reviewed the situation, and they're taking necessary steps to preserve the integrity. So they've suspended accounts that abused the exploit. They've removed the acquired ultra cores. They revoke diamond rewards, and you'll see that here in the upcoming leaderboard events with the Dark Dimension 9. There was previously 100 people that had finished, and actually I had reports over Discord as well saying that their rankings actually gone up. So yeah, that is in fact true, and you can go and look in game as well here that the top 100 finishers are now less than 100. So yeah, so that was pretty prevalent. So obviously there is some truth here to what they are saying. And then, yeah, again, during the process, they said the offending accounts will remain temporarily suspended until all relevant rewards are removed. So, again, for me, that just feels like a slap on the wrist. Ban these guys, right? They abused the system. They knew what they were doing, and they took advantage of it. And they basically get a little like, hey, go have a little timeout in the corner, and then you can pick your game back up and you can go at it again. And hey, you know what? You can get another chance to cheat, right? So I don't know. That doesn't sit well with me. Anyways, so the Dark Dimension 9 first 100 finishers. It looks like there were several leaderboard events that were impacted. So the Hellfire, the Unstoppable Chaos, Thunder and Boom, Infernal Rampage. So these are basically all the previous ones. And with these accounts removed, leaderboard rankings and rewards will be updated. So hopefully it says here we're also compensating players who were directly impacted. So of course as well, hopefully that means we may get some goodies here. I don't really know if it'll matter too much for us because we didn't really compete in any of the leaderboards. As a reminder, blah, 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 Ultra Cores should just be purchased through the MarvelStrikeForce.com, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know how you guys feel about it. To me, it's a little bit lackluster. Feels a little bit of a slap on the wrist. I'm a parent myself, and when my kids do something really, really bad, and say, for example, my son bites my daughter's hand or something like that, there's definitely some pretty big consequences in my household. Usually, I give them a good little spiel and say, hey, hands are for helping, right? Not for hurting. So in this case, obviously he bites her. So, I say the same thing, if you're using your mouth, right, use your words, right? Not your, not physical violence, right? That sort of thing. Sometimes I do feel like he does get very Hulk-like because he does really like Hulk. And that's one of his favorite characters. Besides like Quicksilver, he likes Hulk and Quicksilver. So I do feel like that is a manifestation on me as well. So maybe I need to stop promoting his heroes. But anyways, yeah. So when that does happen in the household, we don't just give them a little slap on the wrist. We really, really try to get down to the details of it and say, hey, this is wrong. Hands are for helping, right? Not hurting. And then of course as well, my wife does not believe in discipline, and I don't believe in it either. So what we do is we actually we take away his things, right? We take away his toys, and then we also start targeting his my brother. Actually, he laughs at me, but yeah, we target his snacks, right? We take away his snack times, and then he actually kind of really gets upset because he can't eat his favorite snacks, and his sister's eating right in front of him. So it's kind of traumatizing, I think. But anyways, so my wife came up with that strategy. Love you, babe. I respect you, and I will, happy wife, happy life. But yeah, I try to target the other stuff. I try to take away his toys, and I try to take the things that make him happy, like his Lego and stuff like that, right? So that seems to work. But yeah, for these guys, they just got a slap on the wrist. So I don't know. So they're suspending the accounts, and they should be permanently banned, in my opinion. But it is what it is, right? That's just my 2 cents, and maybe I'm being harsh here, but they knew what they were doing, and they obviously took advantage of the system. And they don't really get any repercussions other than the fact that they'll get, suspended for a bit. And maybe, who knows, maybe they'll just quit because they decided, you know what, I don't want to play anymore because, I got suspended. And maybe they have to wait a while to get reinstated. So anyways, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm glad to hear at least they did communicate that. So that's that's the first point. Also, there was communication regarding the missing Maestro rewards. So these guys have been busy, and finally they're finally addressing it. But yeah, we're aware of an issue that affected players. They didn't receive the Maestro Boss rewards. Blah blah blah. The team has identified the cause of the issue, and they have finalized a fix for future Battle World runs. Now, this is fine and dandy. I just don't understand why it took them so long to address it. I mean, they were posting social media posts all on the weekend. They had stuff on Saturday. They had stuff on Sunday. And finally, right? Finally, Monday afternoon, they finally address it. And to me, it's still a little bit, like I said, is there not a test server that they use to test this stuff on? Like, do they not test this out before they unleash the modes? Like, it's, if this was a 1 or 2 year game, fine, I'd be okay with it. But gee whiz, it's 8 years. This is the third run of Battle World. You think they'd be able to handle some easy reward structure handouts, and they are still making very, very newbie mistakes. So I'm going to call out to them here where they need to do better, and the communication needs to be quicker and more receptive and more responsive. And I did actually contact support as well regarding this, and they just sent me the generic response like, "Oh, thank you, Commander. We are currently looking into the issue." Blah blah blah. But anyways, yeah. Long story short, this could have been handled much quicker and faster. And again, like I said, they choose their time very, very carefully. When it's something that benefits us, and say for example like the Magneto orbs, or it was some other type of whatever. They always take things and they react really, really fast and they take things down. But somehow when it's rewards that are going out to us, somehow it's delayed and there's no response and it takes 3 or 4 days. And it was the same thing with the ban wave. Like, you think you could have mentioned that literally the same day, because transparency is always the best way to go here. And unfortunately, like I said, these guys need to work on that. It's really, really starting to nothing surprises me anymore with these guys, so it is what it is. Other than that, that's all I really want to say about that. Also, last and final thing I'll leave you guys with here before the night is over is the fact that we did get the payout for the Surfer Breaker as well. So I'm hoping that everybody got what they got out of the event. Again, we only ran it twice, but we were able to get the 7 red unlock here, and we're gonna be ready. We're gonna be ready to go here with the oncoming Fear Tower as well this Friday. So bring it. We are ready, guys. Other than that, thank you for tuning in. Always appreciate you guys and always your input as well. And other than that, guys, happy Monday, and looks like a great way to start the week off here. I will see you guys in the next one.